either, but land force limit modifier isn't all that interesting to me. National manpower modifier isn't all that awesome either. Let's get rid of the cheap one and see what we get next month. Really? Really? Maybe I also need to get rid of the discipline one as well, if I want to get a chance of getting it. Let's see what we get next month. Morale of armies plus 10, I'm happy with that. Discipline's good. I don't remember, so discipline used to be better than morale of armies. I don't know if that's still the case. I think. Alrighty. Persia, we can go to war with you again, can't we? Oh, and you have no allies. Huh. Wonderful. Tabaristan only has allies with Shervan. I'm surprised Persia hasn't decided to try and eat you yet. Has to be a reason. Why haven't you eaten him yet? You could. Neutral? Yeah, hostile. No idea. Now the question is 50,000 still going to be enough for him? It's a good question. The other good question is, Bane, why did you get rid of all your forts? Yeah, should have thought about that. I can wait a year to get a couple of forts. Oh. Hello, buildings. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That works for me. Let's put a fort there. Okay, I really want one on Shiraz. So what do I want to get rid of here? It's already 6 or a half dozen, isn't it? This is probably not all that useful. Why does it have cobwebs? Yeah, I know it's obsolete. The best feeling is when you get a fresh Master of Mint and you can taste all the ducats you're going to extort in peace deals. Discipline is basically how much damage troops make to the enemy, so discipline's always good. Casually inflicted and also trickles down to tactics. Bane, the common wisdom is morale early game, discipline late game, both great. That's why Prussia is so popular. Morale is at its best early since its modifiers morale damage, and it's a lot easier to break stack morale at early tech. Well, I know I can start at level 3 right away, but I don't want the associate... So the only reason I have these forts at all is to stop the enemy army. I'm not interested in them being big. So I'm happy with them at 2. I'd rather that than anything else. An alliance offer from Ethiopia. Look, if anyone tells you that Ethiopian cuisine is terrible, you wash their mouth out with soap. If you have not tried Ethiopian cuisine, if you consider yourself even close to a mildly adventurous eater, you owe it to yourself to go and find an Ethiopian cuisine place near your house. Because my God, is it delicious. It is the pinnacle of delicious, delicious food. And it's cheap. It's almost always insanely cheap. Yeah, I don't think we need to worry about that yet. No, we will grab that one. It's not a huge deal, but it will help us. Alrighty. Cool, you're still Muslim. I'd get a pop-up if you were trying to westernize. You have 31,000 men sitting on there taking attrition damage for some bizarre unknown reason. Do I have any revolts over here that I need to worry about? Shia Zealots. They're not going to rise up, that's fine. Okay, let's get you down into Laristan and get you into Shiraz. I mean, I am at max stability, so losing a little bit of one is fine. From your words, it sounds like I could cast this Pillai. Being Williams, yeah, well. It's an alright place. Conquer it, eat their cuisine, sounds good. What am I doing here? Ah yes, military. Naval tradition. Trade steer. Oh my god, you are an idiot. Hey Bane, how about those frigate fleets you've got sitting there that you built specifically to send out and do cool stuff? Maybe you should send them out. Get them to go and do cool stuff. Yeah, that's not actually going to help us. The Chesapeake Bay doesn't give us anything. So there's no point in increasing its capability because we won't get any of it. I suppose we could do that thing. Because you're supposed to do that thing, aren't you? You're supposed to sort of... Like, it would be better for me, technically speaking, to stick my capital in the Gulf of St. Lawrence and then trade steer everything up into it. I would get far more ducats that way, if memory serves. Hey, Alicia says privateering the English Channel would be your best returns. Okay, happy to do that. 12 ducats. Do I need to give them naval maintenance or anything like that? Like... I'd get 16 ducats for doing Genoa. Is it because the English Channel would get both Spain and... No, it wouldn't. It would just get GB. Whereas Genoa would get Spain. Sevilla would give us both Spain and Portugal, but I don't think I have a Portugal alliance anymore. Genoa, if I remember correctly, doesn't... yeah, Ottoman has stuff here too. I have both Ottoman and Spain as a thingy, so I would get huge PP. My PP would become quite large by that was terrible. By putting them in this one. Yes, Spain is in Genoa, so I think it's a far better option. It's privateer Genoa. Alicia says, get your PP nice and big and penetrate that Spanish trade. If I split the fleet in half, I can probably get 10 PP from both. Yeah, the PP is nice. I'm already getting 10 PP from both. I suppose that gets me up to 45 if I bring it into also hitting up GB. And at 45 I can then spend a little bit more. Like do some of the other things and get it to 50 for that extra points. Yeah. Yeah, alright. Yep, I still get 10 from that. Cool. Privateer in the English Channel. Go home at war. Go home at war. We actually have fleet basing still with Burgundy. I didn't revoke it. So they'll go home to Burgundy, which is quite nice. Well, I only get 5 against the Ottomans now, interestingly enough. Might be worth micromanaging that somewhat. For maximum return. So that only gives me +6. That doesn't make any sense. I still get +10 against GB this way. You know what? How about we also make another 5 and split you in half. Okay, let's send 5 on a privateer mission to the English Channel. +6. Let's send another 3 on a privateer mission to the English Channel. +9. Alright, so we will send the last of this. I could probably make it more efficient, but I think because of changes during the thing, it'll do stuff. Alright, Genoa. Yep, 28. That seems good to me. Alright. We're going to lose the stability, that's fine. It's not a big deal. Now, if memory serves, these guys will all merge together. There was something in a dev diary about multiple people in the same area doing the exact same thing will merge together of their own accord, so that should be fine. If not, I'll wait until they're all over there and get them into Burgundy's port and then merge them together. Because I'd prefer a nice big stack of 25 troops. Yes, let's also use our free diplomats to insult and embargo our rivals. Insulting gives the lowest? I never remember exactly which one gives them more. There we go, 50. It's so weird, embargoing Ottomans +1, whereas Great Britain and Spain are +3. It probably has something to do with how much of an impact they have on my trade. So that works quite nicely. And embargoes just chill for ages, don't they? So I basically will have this forever now. Awesome. Alright. It's all looking pretty good, guys. I'm very happy. Really needs a good humiliating to solidify the monarch point gains, though. Yeah. Yeah, no, see, they're merging now, I think. They're either merging or dying. Yeah, no, they merged. See? So smart, Paradox. You do occasionally make good choices. Embargoes give more based on shared nodes. We'll need to send more privateers over time. Yes, as I can tell already. Oh no, that's because some are in bases repairing. It's fine. Oh my frickin' giddy aunt. Seriously? Air? Ugh. Really? Really? Fine. You're a Hideori at best. Alrighty, so our leader Oh no, no, that's good. That's good. Air is good. Okay, our leader finally died. Thank God. Alrighty. So, our power protection now has dropped down a little bit. Our sending privateers against Ottomans has dropped off by a slight point. So, we're definitely going to need to send a few more. Like perhaps these. I will make more doing it this way anyway. So, let's do it now. Come on. I like the lag because it's trying to list a whole bunch of stuff. Alright, go to Genoa. There we go. It's probably going to flicker back and forth. But we'll see how it goes. Going to war against these guys would be a really good idea. Get a good humiliation going, maybe. Yeah, we could probably humiliate Great Britain. They're not actually doing anything of consequence right now, so... Privateer PBs are tricky since the AI fiddles with their trade nodes a lot. Yeah, I'm not really surprised by that. Alright, you can invest in new ideas. Interest per annum -1, pointless. I keep getting excited by it, thinking it's inflation. And of course it never is. Global trade power +20. Yeah, we should really stuff with our trade notes. Alright guys, so let's just talk about this real quick. I want to get this done. Is it worth... So if I move my capital to Gulf of St. Lawrence, what happens is I can then transfer trade from Mexico to the Caribbean, to Chesapeake, to the Gulf of St. Lawrence. I can then, from that, I mean, how many guys do I have? I only have 3 merchants currently. So I could probably do Mexico, Panama, Caribbean, because the Iroquois are already sending stuff here. And for some reason, no one has something steering trade away from it. That will probably change if I make that worth a lot, though. So, yeah. You can give it a shot. It's 200 admin, though. And admin is a precious, precious commodity. It's going to be forever for us to get our next tech. And really, we've got no reason to grab admin until 27. You know, 26 if we want the 7th idea group. But I think we're mostly ideaed out. I mean, humanism would be great. And I will definitely get it. But, once again, that's yet more admin points. So, we're actually going to be pretty admin heavy at the moment. I know we've got a bunch of coring we're going to have to do. So I am going to do this, since no one in chat has said that that's a bad idea. And usually if I sound like I'm about to make a terrible, terrible mistake, Aelicious will be like, Bane, stop. Do not do this thing. And since he hasn't, I'm going to go on a leap of faith and believe that I really should change the culture in these places. But, and maybe even core some of them. Yeah. Alright. I think I actually have a... So I only have... There are 2 trade places in here. One of them I don't even have. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to colonize this next. Okay? And then we're going to make this our center of trade. It's an inland one. I don't think that matters. Not center of trade, you know what I mean. Colony. It's always Bane's fault. You know how it is. Gosh. He admits it even. Alright. That's going well. None of these nodes are safe, by the way, Bane. Yeah, I know they do. I don't really have an option here, do I? You know, if they're not leeching into Europe, they're leeching into Asia, which is fine, I guess. I don't know. I assume that one of these guys takes frickin'... Oh, how did you form Japan? So this wasn't... Oh, right, that's right. You can form Japan if you're the last daimyo or whatever it's called. Yeah. Empire. Really? Really? With your, what, 2 provinces? Yeah. You've had 2 provinces since basically the start of the game. I'm assuming that none of these really take exploration, or they would have already done so. Like I should be seeing them fiddling around here. Speaking of, how you doing, Spain? Cool. Spain will get to us shortly. No, that's not actually how it happened. This was Sen something, and I find it very difficult to believe that they managed to take back Japan and then lose back to exactly what they were. So, alrighty. So yeah, that's what we're going to go for. We're going to go and finish this Hochelaga, and that'll become our capital. And we'll see how it works. It's probably not going to work, but it might make us more ducats in the long run, and I'm happy to do that. Speaking of, oh, that looks so good. Thanks, Paradox. Oh, as he says this. Oh, Burgundy. Welcome to the fold, Burgundy. Oh no, that's not a good thing. That's going to make our alliance tenuous at best. Let's improve some relations. I will need you against the Ottoman Empire, most likely. As states demand control, of course it's the clergy. Okay. I wish I could turn this off for some things. Like, no, I do not wish to spend admin, thank you. No, I do not wish to finish these because they're really not all that great. Although that would be pretty fantastic. What would be better? Tech? I'm not going to be able to get to 23 that easily. It's still going to be a while before I can get to 23, which is the next global settler increase. Oh, I do get the advanced Caspelian client states of 23 though. Yeah, I still don't think it's going to help. So what we will do instead is grab this idea, I think. It's not fantastic, but it does get us closer to the to a nice little few techs. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Alright. We should also block these in as well. Prestige. Alright, so we've been at peace for far too long. Let's rectify that. To apologize about that loud noise. Let's rectify that indeed. Our forts have been built. Persia has now got enough land stuff that it's fine. Make a general out of our EU. Do that as well. That's just as terrible. Yeah, we're... Yeah, you disgust me. Alright. Five shock will lead the way. Fire is more important, but shock ain't bad either. Just looking at the composition here. Yeah, I guess it works. Bam! Mountains. That could be interesting. Semnan Desert. He's going to go straight for Semnan anyway, because the only way for him to, you know, siege me up is basically to do that. Kievan Separatists are going at him for a little bit. I'm surprised he's not going for them. In fact, we could use this. Why aren't you going for them? Because you're stuck. It's like why he didn't move out of the attrition, I have no idea. Okay. So I don't want him to sit on Shiraz. If he goes to attack me there, though, I will, yeah. Oh no, let's keep doing these cheap ones. Provincial unrest. British-Mexican separatists. Wow, that's really going down. Nice. That separatism is slowly leaking away. This freaking Merrimack place. So glad we got this, says Bane. Suppose I could religiously convert it. Stuff it. That's really expensive. I shouldn't have done that one, actually. I hope I got all that back from that. Sure. Alright. Let's go to war. Let's pull the trigger. And show them our superiority. Okay. They're not moving. What we could do is go and siege up this half of them, because they're clearly still in this half. Maybe they'd move then. Maybe they'd move the moment we're out of Shervin, actually. Nope. I think they've gone and got themselves stuck. I don't really have any way of testing that theory right now, but... Oh, just give it to the clergy bane. Yeah, I should have done that. Ah, my favourite. So these mercs I've actually had since the start of the game, which is why they've glitched out a little bit. When I created merc, but I didn't have a whole bunch of places, they ran out of names and then blanked. It's going to be a sad, sad day when I get rid of that horse. He's moving now? Oh yeah, yeah he is. If he's moving now, I should go back. Should I? I could basically occupy everything except a small handful of provinces in no time at all. I just don't want him to get on Shiraz, because getting him off of Shiraz will be a pain. I think he's going to deal with this, so... Let's speed for it. And just sort of keep an eye out. Now, I didn't leave a leak out here, did I? No, Shiraz covers both those territories. You cover both those. Kholistan might be a leak. You will let him through. Still, at least if he can only come through one way, that's pretty solid. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I don't really want to spend points to level you up. I don't need a force limit increase, so let's just build a fort.